Today FM's Anton Savage Show. PPI Magazine Programme of the Year.
Now, we need some updates. What's the story with the helicopter in the hay shed in Mullingar?
You wouldn't believe what happened to the helicopter.
Oh, no.
He took it out to power wash it, right? And it's in the farm, right? And he pulled her out of the shed to give her a bit of a wash down because she's about 2 years inside. And he washed her down power hoses and all, but there's cattle and pigs and things there around the yard. So I don't know what happened. Did one of them go up scratching up against it or whatever they did? But it turned over anyway for the reason. There's a bit of damage, but Jim says he'd fix it up for me, like, you know. But there's pigs and horses and everything. It's a farm, like, you know. The hish, I told you it was in the hish, didn't I?
A cow tipped over your helicopter, David.
Well, we don't know. Was it the pig or was it the thing? There was a big, ugly-looking sows there. They might have went up and, you know, they'd be scratching themselves and stuff like that, you know. But look, he said he'd fix it up for me anyway, you know.
Okay, so it's still going to happen. He'll get it back on its feet or wheels.
The helicopter is mine.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know the deal is done.
Oh, deal is done, yeah. The helicopter will be here in Quirky Glamping Village.
Is that it now done? Is there anything else on the list?
Do you remember MASH?
Oh, I do. Of course I do.
Yeah, the American programme that was out.
Yeah, after Donald Sutherland film.
That's right, yeah. 5 good actors in it there. Well, I've decided to come up with an idea to create a MASH scene inside in the site, right? Now, I'm going to acquire a couple of 3 or 4 military vehicles, right? And I'm going to place them out on front and put about 10 tents in at the back, you know. But we put a theme to it, you know, and we're going to call it the MASH. So I went after the MASH ambulance, you know. Because I guess it's dancing last week. So
you just bought a military hospital ambulance?
No, I have the MASH ambulance. Do you know the MASH programme that was on?
You don't mean the actual ambulance from MASH?
Yes, there was one of them that was on it, yeah.
You're lying.
What?
The actual ambulance that was on the show MASH?
It was one of them, yeah. It was one of them that was used on it.
Where'd you find that?
Can't tell you that yet, no. but I'll tell you again down the road. But the main thing here is I have it, right? And I'm after getting an armoured personnel carrier to carry 8 people, right? Listen to this now. So I was over in Boston there last week, and I told them I was going to take the MASH scene out in thing. And Jesus, they got all raved up about it, and they were having great. And they said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm going to put about 10 tents in at the back of the military vehicles, and I'll throw a couple of pallets on the floor and throw a few mattresses on them. They'll be fine. They'll be grand. But we'll create that MASH scene." And because the next thing, you know what happened last week? The fellow rang me up and he said, "Do you want a Fox cannon gun?" I said, "What?" He said, so because we went up the other day to him and we looked at it, and I drive it round his farm yard. He said, "What? He has an armoured car." And because I got into it anyway. He started teaching me how to drive it. I said, "We won't get anyone to sleep in this, but do you know what? It'll be great crack driving along the site. There's cannon gun and all on it. But you have to have 2 fellas that driving it. One fella has to be above and top, and the other fella has to be underneath." But because, you know, I said to him, "Can I bring this out on the road?" He said, "You can, yeah, no bother. So it's just like a tractor," he says. So anyway, wouldn't that be great crack up and down the road? And you know, driving along the side. So people would give a load of money to learn. Now, couldn't we ever get to drive a tank, like an armoured tank? Can you imagine me driving down the road and pointing the cannon gun into the shop and say, "Here, you have 20 minutes to evacuate the building." But seriously, Anton, I could leave the site and drive up the town for a pint of milk and go back down to town again.
When you do it, I want to be there, David.
oh, yeah. But that's an armoured personnel carrier. That takes 6 soldiers, so I'd get a double bed into that, no problem, as well. And sure, wouldn't it be great crack? You could drive them up the town and drop them off at a restaurant and come out again.
David. The usual requests that we have to have you on for 5 minutes every day. When is the submarine coming? Don't make any suggestions to him. The man has just bought an ambulance and an armoured personnel carrier. He's a tonic for a Monday. You couldn't make it up. David is a classic. David, I'm delighted that the Late Late has had you on, and I hope to have you on again, because I'm sure the publicity, not that at this stage you need it, would be mighty for Quirky Glamping.
The Anton Savage Show on Today FM with Skoda Scrappage. Transform your old car. Skoda.ie